Good morning. It's June 1st, 2025, and I'm recovering from some serious surgery. The last post I made, I was that old man breathing hard. I'm still breathing a little bit hard, but I just wanted to show you just something I'm so proud of that I'm working on, growing my own adenium from seed. And this is actually from seed that I cultivated, or that I harvested from my own plants. So that's especially good for me. And here are some others that are even, I think these guys are a little older, just a little bit, but look at the size of these guys. These guys are ready to start working with, to basically cut the bottom taproot off and start trying to develop radial roots, is something that I've so far not been very successful doing. And but I'm learning. I'll always be learning. But this is really, these are really nice. They're really nice. Pudgy little bell bottoms, and they're just aching to be extracted and taken to the new step in their life. And I'm looking forward to that once I recover a little bit more. But I'm so lucky to be surrounded by my family. My son Ryan is here, and Janet, his wife, and my daughter, and Kelly, and her friend Nicole, and my wife Lee, and all of our dogs, our 4 dogs, and 4 geese, and 2 ducks, and fish in the pond. And it's just a beautiful place that we live in, that I get to live in. And this is my convalescence. So I'm going to turn this around and show you what an old man looks like, who's been through hell. Aortic dissection. That's where in my case, my ascending aorta was actually beginning to separate within itself, like the way it's been explained to me, like a hose that had a lot of inside lining, and the inside lining of the hose began to fall apart or tear, more like a tear. And I'm told that condition is fatal fast once it basically moves to a certain point. And I was so lucky to be near a good hospital that evaluated it and got me on a helicopter and flew me up to another hospital in Clearwater, Florida, that specializes in heart transplants, bypasses, all that kind of stuff. Really, really top flight people. Largo Medical Center. And Dr. Sai is the one that did the surgery. And there's several guys up there, several docs up there that are they're world class. And they put together one of the finest medical facilities I have ever been in. The people were phenomenal. I was treated so well. The food was even good. And but I want to say I'm so lucky to have had really good people around me. And I so appreciate my family now coming here to help me respond to this. And coming home to all my plants, all my bonsais and stuff, I'm so pleased with that. You know, a lot of you have probably seen this one here in the distance. That's my ficus. I call it sometimes the waterfall ficus, the two-story ficus. But boy, it's really done well during the time that I was gone, which tells me something like, hey, bud, leave these things alone for a while. Quit picking on them. You know, pick, and just let them go. Let them grow and let them flourish. And I did that with this just because I couldn't work on it. Still can't really work on it. But look at the beautiful air root that came down. Where is it? That right there. That's an air root that came off of this tiny little ficus tree that I had planted in my front on a boulder at the front of our house. And over time, it put out some tiny little spindly air roots, and one of them happened to crawl down the face of the boulder and rooted itself. I mean, I didn't even do that, but I noticed it after several years in the house that this had happened, and that air root started getting stronger and stronger and stronger until I'm looking at it one day going, wow, that would be an interesting bonsai to take that original little bonsai tree that's on the left there on that pedestal thing, and pull it out of the hole in the rock in which it was growing very nicely, and at the same time I pull that out, I'm digging out the air root that had rooted below the concrete or the boulder. And imagine, I got it all out, okay? So now what do? Well, I had already thought about that, frankly, and I have some shelves, outside shelves, plastic outside shelves on which I keep a lot of my plants when they're outside, and there were three steps to them. So I was able to utilize that and put the little ficus tree on the top of a step, and then to plant the air root in the larger pot on the step below that one that I put the little ficus tree on. And from there, I nurtured them until I thought, wow, this thing needs to have more of a presence around our house, and I can see it, I can work with it, yada, 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 as they say. And so I got this live edge board that I had got at some kind of bonsai swap meet or something, and it was under the bed, and I pulled out, I said, boy, that'd be kind of cool to set that up. I found that pedestal is an old, very old spool, a spool from electrical wire or something like that, and I picked a few of those up on Etsy or one of those eBay, and I'm using that to support the small tree at the top. Now, right now, the head I had cut it way back. I defoliated it 6 months or 8 months ago, and done a little wiring of the branches and stuff, but now it's due another restyling, which I can't do until I get a little bit more of recovery. But I'm just looking forward to nurturing that piece because I love it. Because it's like, that's one where I didn't buy I mean, I got the little ficus tree somewhere, you know, for like $2, and put it in the hole in that boulder, and then had the idea, and so forth and so on. And I'm really proud of being able to do something from beginning to end, you know, not just to buy somebody else's work and just admire it, which is fine. I have stuff like that. But when you put yourself into it like this, it's really a pleasure. And I'm having a lot of pleasure right now doing that sort of thing. And my babies are with me right here. And they're so cool. And all from seed. And they're doing really, really very well. And then the other one's over here, also from seed. And I have about 100 more seeds that I haven't planted yet. So I'm gonna have fun with Adenium, Desert Rose this summer. So that's all from somewhere in Southwest Florida. Old man recovering from surgery that only 1 out of 10 survive. Whoa! Yes, sir. Thank you, God, sir. I have really improved my attitude about God in the last month, and I love her. I love God. She's done so much for me. See you later, alligator.